you've all said it as I've sent you over the notes. There's a lot of stuff on here that feels like forever ago. So I'm just going
Yeah.
to quickly go down and list all the content, and we can just have a talk about the content overall this year, as well as maybe people can bring up some of their own things that didn't make it to the list that they enjoyed. So we started off the year. This isn't all in chronological order, by the
I
way.
was gonna say.
Most of it is, but a lot of it isn't. We kicked off the year with The Batman, which feels like forever ago.
Yeah.
We also had Morbius.
Still haven't seen
Less
it.
said about that, the better, I think. Then Marvel MCU kicked into gear with Doctor Strange, Thor: Love and Thunder. We had DC League of Super Pets. We had the Disney Plus special Werewolf by Night. We had Black Adam, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We've recently had Avatar: Way of the Water, or Way of Water, sorry.
Still need to see it.
But then we also had some really good TV shows. Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. We had the Guardians Christmas special, Rings of Power, Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, Andor, Tales of the Jedi, Cyberpunk 2077 Edge Runners, and The Boys Season 3.
Still haven't seen it.
Yeah, and we all know how much Horry loves The Boys.
That's outrageous.
I haven't watched any of The Boys.
Harry does love The Boys, that's true.
Josh, Connor's asked me all year to watch it, and I still haven't
I've
watched
asked you when I was last on the podcast, and when was that, Ori?
like
6 months
30
ago.
episodes ago, yeah.
Maybe
But
2023.
overall,
You're a bad friend, Harry.
we've had a
Whoa. Just outrageous statement.
overall we've had a stacked year of content. Is there anything on that list that you think
Needs to be
greatly
forgotten.
underperforms the rest?
Greatly outperforms the rest.
Outperforms.
Outperforms or underperforms?
Well, underperforms Morbius. Need I say more?
No one saw that one coming today.
Is it underperforming if no one expected anything?
Yeah,
To
true.
this
That's
day,
a fair argument.
the only good thing Morbius gave us was the Morbin Time meme. And I think that says a lot.
No, I
So,
can back it. I can back it.
You can argue it's a
overperformed.
job then if it gave us memes.
As a rogue shout out for overperform, I think Edge Runners overperformed.
I've still not seen it.
That show was such
It
a
is very
success.
good.
It took
I have heard
Cyberpunk,
many
which
good
was
things.
seen as a dead game, to CD Projekt Red most concurrently played game of all time, beating the peak of Witcher 3.
I can also vouch for Arcane, which I don't think made the list.
Did Arcane come out this year?
I think so. Like early this year, like early. Oh, that is a good. See, that was the thing when I was trying to think of my top things of the year.
2021.
First episode,
2021.
November 6th, 2021. Someone
So
didn't do their research.
Detention.
That's the thing. A lot of the stuff I was doing, I couldn't remember if it actually came out this year or last year. You've done me there.
You know, I think Edge Runners for me is a big shout for overperform, as well as Andor.
I was going to say Andor, probably.
Yeah, I think Andor has to be the one that overperformed, considering I didn't watch a lot of these, but I don't even know if that overperformed. I thought that would do well, but I guess
did you not think it was
as elite as it was?
I think it reviewed better than anyone expected it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Andor then for me.
I feel like it's one of them few times where the Star Wars toxic portion were being silenced by the people who enjoyed the show, which is very rare.
I have another underperformed.
Go on.
Oh, here we go.
Book of Boba Fett. I feel it became Mando season 2.5.
Yeah, it literally did. Yeah.
It became Mando season 2.5 and that pulled away
but
from
that's
being Boba
why
Fett.
I enjoyed it. I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. But like, it underperformed being a Boba Fett story.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people as well got a different Boba Fett to the Boba Fett they wanted, and that probably didn't help it. Like, it's added a depth to his character, but I think a lot of older fans especially probably wanted very man of few words.
Just that's why I didn't finish it. I couldn't get through the first 3 episodes. I was dozing off trying to watch it.
You should probably finish it.
Yeah, I think need to go back and finish it because we're going to be covering Mandalorian season 3 in the new.
Yeah, and you'll want Mandalorian season 2.5 for that.
Yeah.
But I think that shows a big issue with it. That I consume content like no one. I'll sit here while playing a video game with 2 videos on and not even care. Just give me all of the information. It doesn't bother me. But I couldn't even get through watching Boba Fett with trying to give it my full attention, which I think is an issue. But Andor on the other side, I'd try and watch it while playing the game, and I'd end up pausing my game to give it my full attention. And I think that shows a big difference in quality between some of the projects this year.
Yeah, I think Boba Fett is just a big disconnect between what they did and what people expected of him.
Agreed. Onto the Marvel shows, the trifecta of Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, and She-Hulk. Overall, I think everyone should have had at least one show they enjoyed this year.
Agreed.
Yeah, I did.
I don't think anyone got 3 shows they fully enjoyed.
Not even you, Connor.
I mean, I'm different.
I'm probably,
and I mean that in the sense I tend to enjoy most things. I either enjoy it or loathe it completely. And I mean, they were all okay. There was nothing bad about any of them, in my opinion. I think a lot of the anger towards some of the shows was more about the main character and their gender and religion than it was about any quality issues with the show. I got what I wanted out of all the shows. Out of Moon Knight, I got a really compelling story that was pretty violent. I mean, I said I had some issues with the show, like the pacing.
That was Disney Plus all year, to be honest.
Yeah. Ms. Marvel gave me a fresh take of a character. I had my issues with Ms. Marvel as well, with her power set not being as we'd hoped. But overall, I thought it was fun and it felt like what a teen superhero should feel like. And it also looked at the themes of Muslim life while being respectful, which a lot of people didn't like, but weirdos. And She-Hulk was genuinely funny. Some people go, no, it wasn't, but it was. It just was. It was funny. It made me laugh.
Done its job then, on it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what you've got to kind of do when you look at these projects. Do they do their job?
Yeah, I mean,
I would say as a casual fan, compared to you two, I enjoyed all 3. I had knowing nothing about all 3 of the characters. Probably
I
issues with
think
it, like I said, but
the only downside from all of these different shows is for the casual fan struggling to keep up with it all.
Yeah, there was a big time commitment this year to being a nerd.
Yeah,
I was probably lost for like 2/3 of Moon Knight. It was good, but yeah, I think if you don't know who he is, it's
it also ties.
I feel that
ties on because like my sister at Christmas was saying her and her husband went to see Doctor Strange obviously at the start of the year. My sister hadn't seen WandaVision, so she had.
I hadn't, to be fair.
She had no clue why Wanda was now Scarlet Witch.
Why was she so batshit?
Yeah, like what? Like none of that made any sense because there's now this commitment to watch the Disney Plus stuff.
To be fair, I didn't watch it, but I knew what happened.
Yeah, and I think that has been addressed with Marvel, showing that they're trying to move away and bring down the amount of TV shows and replace TV shows with like the specials, like the Guardians Christmas special and Werewolf by Night, which instead isn't a full-length movie; it's more 40 minutes.
Yeah, and it's not like 8 episodes.
Some of the things that were supposed to be TV shows have been changed into films, like Armor Wars. But there's no perfect solution. I think with Disney Plus still being an infant in the streaming space.
Here's a question. Out of the things this year, which did the biggest fan service?
Kenobi.
That's a shout.
But I don't care that it fan serviced because it was still good.
Oh no, yeah.
Strange fan serviced harder.
I wouldn't know.
I personally
John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic has got to be some of the biggest fan service to ever fan service.
Yeah, but I think that Kenobi, with what the one scene between Obi-Wan and Anakin / Vader, and getting that whole scene of "you didn't kill Anakin, I did," that entire scene is bigger fan service than John Krasinski is.
I think anything where you bring back old characters is always going to get the biggest crowd pop, and I mean that's exactly what happened with Obi-Wan. So
the thing is, Kenobi, it gets away with it for me because it was good. Like the scene was elite, but if the scene was bad, it would be a problem.
Because when I look at fan service, I kind of, and don't get me wrong, fans have always asked for Hayden Christensen to come back, but it didn't feel. I don't think it's fan service if it's like just the logical thing of, well, we're going to have Vader in this. Who should Vader be? We'll go get the right actor. Whereas having Mr. Fantastic as a cameo character in the film and then going, oh, who are the fans all shouting about? Let's go cast him.
That's fair enough.
I think they're both fair shouts, and they were definitely the two largest moments of fan service.
I think the other issue is people complain about fan service, which to me seems odd because people complain that they don't get what they want out of things, and then people complain when they bring back people that they liked. But that's just
give us all of this crap that will take up half of your runtime, but it will all make us happy. And then they do it, and then they're like, "Well, it was only an hour of actual story." It's like, because you wanted an hour of random shit.
Actually, I think I might change my pick. The biggest fan service was definitely Avatar: Way of the Water for the fans that have waited 12 years for this.
Harry has just caused an absolute entire fan base to nibble at that comment.
That they have served them, just as they served them with the first one, a steaming plate of shit.
No,
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it. But
I will go see it, but
I won't.
I'll probably watch it on DVD.
I'm not going for the film. I'm going for the tech demo. So,
and I would like to, because I just always feel like there's going to be someone who's there watching this their first episode, and they're like, "Why does this guy hate Avatar?" I hate it because it pretends to be something it's not. It acts like it's this deep, meaningful film, and it isn't. It's a tech demo.
And it's boring.
Demo. Yeah, no, the story's nothing. Give me 40 minutes of them showing off all these fun effects and let me go home.